Libra, Libra, Libra. I already shuffled the cards and laid them out to save some time. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread to kind of look at your past, present, and future influences. And this is a reading about maneuvering for you in the area of the heart, work, and the pocketbook. Okay. And I need you to keep a clear kind of conscience and heart and a good self-esteem to be able to maneuver next in where you want to go. Okay. And it's all about where do you want to go. It's in your capable hands. And I just need you to trust that this week, okay? The Seven of Swords in the significator spot is the contemplation meditation, the area of our thoughts. But it's also to the ancient tarot, it was about our identity coming to a place where what do you want to do next? What's going to make you happy most of all, right? You've come to know yourself. That's a whole journey of the identity in the swords. And also to dealing with people and situations that you felt maybe were shady. And now you're kind of standing back and looking on the whole kind of landscape and saying, I need to keep my cards close to my chest right now as I make next moves, all right? And that's all fine and dandy, but I need you to do it with an open heart and spirit, because what's blocking that energy from fully manifesting in the direction that you want to take is the King of Swords. And the journey through the swords are our thoughts, but to the ancient tarot, it was all about ourselves, right? Our character, ethics, and our integrity. And the King, by the time we reach this guy, we're royal and regal enough to use our heart and our head. And because it's a crossing card, I just want to affirm that you need to use your heart and your head and your spirit all combined, right? You can't just use your intellect, which is kind of the whole journey of the swords. I don't want to deal with emotion, but for a Libra, that doesn't work because you need to be balanced out, right? You're the scales. And also too, it's like, I'll say this, a few caveats. Because the Queen of Pentacles is that earth sign up there in the material world, if you want to get out of legalities, whether you're going through a divorce or a separation, you want to stop it, or if you want to go through business separation as well, or get out of the contracts and so on, just make sure you're using the heart and head as well, because that's going to be the strategic advantage I've learned in business as well. And if you want to get back together with people that you felt like you had to leave behind but you're not done with, and you want to just explore but you're not ready to share with everybody else and their kind of opinions, do you. You're old enough and mature enough and spiritual and emotionally mature enough to kind of make these decisions, and that's validated in the cards too. And that third placement rather is what I like to say God's placement for the week. Okay, at the top of the matter, the Queen of Pentacles, that's you. She's the queen of the material world, home, family, relationship, work, community, our bodies, the way we approach our food, and our insight into everything that comes into our kind of stratosphere in the material, right? And she's, again, the royal leader here in that area of that domain of the material. So trust you wherever you want to do, and do for you in those areas where, again, anything from relationship all the way to work, okay? Or just putting yourself in new directions. That would be an indicator of this as well, okay? And don't shut down. That's why this reading is so funky McGunky. I've got some really open cards like the Queen here and the King here. And even in the seventh card placement, which is an identity of self out of the extension of the first, the Ace of Pentacles is the upsurge of energy to start new stuff in that material world. I've come out of a kind of mystical, spiritual time, and I want to apply that new kind of thinking. So, but the crazy McGazy stuff here is in that fourth card placement. I'm now shutting down. The Four of Pentacles is the firm foundation in the area of the material, right? And that's that gut feeling in the reading in that fourth placement. Oh, 4, 8, new, fresh. Okay, so you need to take the refresh. The thing about the Four of Pentacles in my deck, we could be shutting down. So I want you to be open everywhere. I want you to apply all that energy that makes you happy, but you're shutting down in certain aspects. And I'm going to get even into our hopes and fears in a second. That's a real shutdown. And so then, okay, so I got the fourth placement there. I got the Four of Pentacles wanting to build that firm foundation. You need to buy into that, not into the negative aspect of it, of shutting down, because maybe too much thinking has been going on about everything. In the fifth card placement, I've got the Four of Swords. Again, for the firm foundation in our thoughts. Especially to the ancient here, I've just come out of that time of killing off what society and community, family, everybody thinks about what I should do with my life. And you've emerged saying, no, This is how I want to do my life. It might not fit your life agenda, but it totally fits mine. That's the firm foundation you get in that swords, okay? But maybe it didn't like maneuver with other people. Maybe that's why that's secret land and there's new shifts and new directions. And here's another hint, okay, of openness and heart needed to be applied. So the sixth placement is the present. I've got the King of Cups here, the non-material guy. He's only concerned with the heart and the spirit. He's mystical. He's magical. We all fall in love with the king. But the problem being, especially when we see, I'm just jumping around, I'm sorry, Libra, but that's what the reading dictates. In the ninth card placement, it's hopes and fears. I've got the King of Pentacles. He's the brother to the king, but he's the complete opposite of the King of Cups, where he's not concerned about money or status or acknowledgement or other people's viewpoint. He's just doing love. He's kind of like the water signs in astrology, and this would be more the earth signs. The King of Pentacles, I've learned, is only concerned with reminding us that we're being a cheapskate in the area of the heart and the spirit and the pocketbook. So it's especially because it's in the hopes and fears, we're just like winding ourselves up, all right? We're getting all worked up about stuff that we need to totally let go and be of the spirit, because that's an affirmation here. And the queen says you've got all the skill sets to do anything. And I think more because it's Libra, you're beating yourself up, whatever you're doing in a new direction, that you feel like I don't know, that's not honoring the past and what other people are the viewpoint of how you should live your life. The king is reminding you, no, do you. And if there's a king in your life, I tell you this, Libra, go for the heart. Stop fooling around with the material world and everything else like that. Just go for the heart, all right? That's an indicator here, because you have enough to make the material world in your own right. That's the queen. And again, in that seventh placement of the Ace of Pentacles, and other people look at you in the eighth position of being able to bring heart. The Six of Pentacles is the celebratory state in that area of the material world, but it's the gift of money. So let's say you're helping other people achieve their dreams, or you've got the gift of money and you're wanting to spread it out, or else maybe you've got the gift of money and people are looking at you and you feel like they want to be shady and maneuvering against you. Just make your decisions with the heart of the King of Swords and the intellect, and the heart and the intellect of the Queen of Pentacles. Not this guy in the outcome card of the 9 of that hopes and fears. You got to kick this guy to the curb because he's just not useful to us. He shuts down anything, and he really will block this energy. And that's what you need right now. Remember, Libra, you are ruled by Venus. So the more that you shut out love, or you're trying to put a round peg in a square hole, you're the round peg. You're not going to fit in that square hole. That's what's been the journey over the last decade for you anyway. So just kind of get into that balance of who you are. I know I can see you're a little tired in the outcome card in that 10th position, the 9 of Pentacles. But here's an affirmation that you're winding up, and one cycle of life is coming into a new, and it's all in that material world, and it's made you the queen, okay? So don't buy into the king, all right? And especially just buy into this guy. And here's a bonus card of the Emperor. And this completely validates the reading, okay? It's a major arcana card. In the exalted state, the Emperor is good for business, law, and contracts. He's fair and just. He's like the older brother or the father, really, to the King of Swords in that exalted state, right? We're being of spirit and heart along with intellect. We're honest, compassionate, and grateful, all right? We're truth seekers. That's the exalted state of the Emperor. And that's the energy I want you to vibe into this week, okay? That's the Queen as well, to do you. The Emperor in the non-exalted state is bullying and aggressive, and I'm trying to get you to do my way, because I feel like that's the best way, and I don't think it grooves for you. And that also just comes out with all these cards. This is all like almost kind of like the final test from God in the universe. It's like they've been testing you, Libra. What do you really want to do? Are you going to follow the heart? Are you going to follow the material world or what everyone else thinks you should do? That's what's on the agenda this week. It might be a tiny week on the calendar, but it's a big deal for you because it's all about you. So do you, okay? Whatever makes you happy, even if it goes against the grain of other people, or even if they're trying to bully you, don't, okay? And if you have law and contracts and business stuff, this is so favorable. Do you here as well? But most importantly, do you in the heart, because something's stirring this week. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a little secret, and Libra like it that way as well, okay? Have a good week, or if you're so inclined to like or subscribe, it's been fabulous to see the love from everyone. Thanks so much, guys.